Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sorry for in the car again. I've been really ill, but I'm here with MK. Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
And I was having a discussion with Mandeep from UK, and something that he posted, it made me think that what he had said, about our Sikhi today and what our gurus did for us, starting from 550 years ago. And I was just thinking, what are we doing now, actually? And I'm talking to MK about it and thinking everything that our gurus did for us, sacrifice, how are we living today, and what are we doing in Sikhi, for Sikhi? So when I first came to Sikhi, I thought that's what the Gyanis, Granthis, the leaders in the Gurdwaras were for, to guide you, to, keep you focused and answer any questions you could go to if you had questions. But then I realized that isn't really what happens. And I don't see them, after reading from, Gurbani, and then it's just, you hear Kirtan, it's just done. Then you go to Langar and then you leave. But for me personally, I would like to have them talk about what they just read and engage with the Sangha in the community, and let's discuss it and see what what we just heard. How do we put that into 2019? How do we live that way? How do we, and I've never seen any Gyani on the corner talking about, hey, I'm a Sikh, this is what we're all about. Come to our Gurdwara. It's in Long Island, in Hicksville, or it's in Oregon, or California, or wherever in the world, in London, South Hall. Who's on the corner? I mean, you see Jehovah's Witness, you see Christians, you see the Hare Krishna, different people. And it's not about trying to convert anyone. It's just trying to tell people who we are, what we are. And especially, if you're in Surrey, Canada, or you're here in Punjab, where I am, if you have a turban on, everyone knows who you are. But in America, we still have a lot of issues. So we still have to raise a lot of awareness. And I would like to see more people from the community. In New York, I think we do a good job, and we try to get out, and we do seva, but and we feed a lot of people and have events of tying turbans. But I would like to see more all around the world going out and inviting non-Sikhs into the Gurdwaras to just have them come visit, have them sit with us, and have the Sangha not, look at them like, who are these people, but smile and say hello and greet them, and, share langar with us. I want people to go out into the community, and I know Mandeep, he does this, and he'll do this by himself. And we need to do this with him. So, I don't know, that's what we were talking about, because I think, how are we serving our gurus today? How are we living in that Sikhi? And anyone's free to comment on it. And I'm reaching out to you because, for those of you who don't know, I'm only 5 years in. So I have many questions. I've married a wonderful Nihang Singh who helps me in the best way, but I pick his brain all the time, because he was raised and trained here, and he knows more than anyone I've ever heard know. But I still like to get other opinions from people and see, what their opinions are, and I don't need everyone to agree with me. I'm not asking for that. I just want insight, information, and how, as a Sikh community around the world, how we can do better. How we can make each other stronger. There are a lot of us that suffer internally with things, whether it's depression or just whatever it is. And I think we should be strong together collectively. So, but I think that starts with each of us. And we can't just look the part and look at me, I look great. Look at my turban is on point. I think you should try to live it. And some of the posts recently where I think the one about the nail polish, I just want to say, here, I take this, that I don't want anyone, because I'll just probably laugh at you, I know me, if you're talking about my long nails and nail polish, which you can see clearly I don't pay attention. I cut my nails because they get annoyed. I'm annoyed by them, and then that's what they look like afterwards. So I don't, it's not for vanity, obviously. But, if you're doing bad things and you're a Gyani, Granthi, Ragi, don't be telling me about my nail polish, okay? Because if I find out something, I'm going to expose you. So that's also an issue that we have to take care of. We have to, I know people want to keep things private and stuff, but there's a lot of things that we need to work on. But we need to stand with each other and work on them together, And it's not about throwing people under the bus or, what someone said, it was bullying or something. I am not bullying anybody. I'm a little woman. So I can't do anything to anybody, nor do I want to. What I do want to is be the best version of myself that I can be. But I'm horribly flawed. I have no grace. I try, but I fail at it horribly. So you'll never see me attempt to be on some high horse or I'm holier than thou and I'm this and that. That's not me. That's not my style. It's not what I do. I recognize my own faults and make fun of my own self. So, but if you feel you need to, then knock yourself out. But I would, again, to my point, is get back to the community doing more, being more involved in other communities. Like, can we get some Jewish people in our Gurdwara just to show them, just so that they can recognize who we are, so that when, if you're in Vana and you're walking down the street, people won't wonder, like, what are they? Well, one, we're human, and two, we're six, and I think we can be really funny and cool. I know my husband is. So, speaking of, do you want to add anything to that? Of what we can do in the community? Be a good Sikh?
Be a good Sikh.
Thank you, honey. Your input was just so valuable. You could say it in Punjabi, maybe. Something about what our gurus did and sacrificed and what we need to do.
Raj Bani, Bana, te Seva. ये चीज़ां संभो तो ग्रह तो तुम बचो बाकी चढ़ती गल.
Not a man of many words, but for those of you who understood what he just said, I didn't understand what he just said, actually.